In this video, we will talk about the sequence of the events in the end time and what to expect in the coming days. The very first thing we need to look at is Book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, prophecy. This is a big war where Russia is mentioned with name, and Turkey, Iran, or Persia, and all the other Middle Eastern countries are mentioned as well. And Europe will also get involved in that war that has already taken place in between Russia and Ukraine. It will escalate and get really big. As a result of this war, Antichrist will emerge, and Antichrist will cut a peace treaty for 7 years. He will also offer a peace treaty between Muslims and Jews, where the Temple Mount will be shared between these two religions. And Muslims can worship in their mosques there, and a makeshift temple will also be built on the Temple Mount, which allows Jewish people to start doing their daily sacrifices. And that will happen for 3.5 years. So the 7-year treaty will kickstart with the book of Revelation, chapter 6, first seal of the white horse. That's when Antichrist will come in and he will cut the treaty. So that's when the 7-year period will also kickstart. 3.5 years later, the second seal, which is the rider of the red horse, or the war, will kickstart again. And the time of tribulation, the last tribulation or the great tribulation, will kickstart. Rest of the seals are talking about introduction of mark of the beast, prohibition of buying and selling if you don't have the mark, etc. But during that 3.5 years, the church, or the believers, or the body of believers, that will include the Gentile believers and Jewish believers of the Messiah, all of them will be protected in the wilderness. So despite Antichrist being here, not everybody will take his mark. The believers won't take his mark, and they will be protected divinely. And God will, after 7 seals, God will then respond to the kingdom of Antichrist through 7 trumpets. And that's God's punishment on the Antichrist and his armies and his kingdom. At the time of 7th trumpet, or the last trumpet, that's when the rapture will actually happen. All the believers from the beginning till that day will be resurrected, or given the glorified bodies. If they are alive, they'll be transformed and will then be taken into heaven and stay there during the time of 7 bowls of book of Revelation. This is God's wrath on the world and people who will be left behind. That's how God will punish and judge the people of Antichrist. So church will not be here to see the 7 bowls. At the end of 7 bowls, it's going to be a war between Antichrist and Jesus Christ, and a millennial kingdom will start.